Hello, my name is Nodot, and this is a walkthrough of the submission for the DeFi Cross-Chain Interoperability Hackathon, more specifically the Binance Smart Chain Hackathon Visualization NFT on BSC Challenge. The app is the result of the combined efforts between myself and my colleague Samik Zeb. The project is called NFT on BSC, and it's a fully functional mobile-first web application built to provide relevant metrics, stats, and unique insights about NFT collections issued on Binance Smart Chain. When visiting NFT on BSC, the user is going to land on the homepage, which will display all the collections listed on the website. These collections are ranked based on the total volume of their NFTs, and the user has the ability to sort them either ascending or descending by different metrics such as supply, owners, sales, average price, and of course the volume itself. Currently, there are only 7 collections listed, and we will add more based on the request we receive for listing and collections that will gain popularity over time. On the same page, there are 3 banners displaying the newest collections that have been added, and when a user clicks on them, it will redirect to a different page about the collection that will contain even more details, but I'll get back to that in a second. The app wouldn't be complete if it didn't contain a search bar that will allow the user to quickly search for a specific collection, such as Pancake, for example. In order to see more details about one of the collections, the user has the ability to do just that by either clicking on one of the collections in the search bar, or one of the banners, or even selecting on one of the collections listed. Let's take Helpies, for example. As you can see, it redirected to the collections page that contains all the relevant details about the collection. For example, we have the title, the description, the user can verify the contract address on BSC scan, we have the official website, the Twitter, and even the Discord channel. This page contains 2 tabs. The current tab is Items tab and Stats tab. In the Items tab, we have the list of all the NFTs for that particular collection. For each NFT, we provided all the relevant data, such as a preview of the image, the token ID, minting date, the maximum amount the NFT was traded at, and information about traits, properties, and the rarity associated with that. To help guide the users, there are small additional informations related to the maximum amount and a small legend that will highlight the rarity of the NFT the user is looking at. These collections contain thousands of NFTs, and of course, we had to use pagination for that and provide the users a way to either filter them or sort them based on different criteria. For example, in terms of sorting, we have the ability to sort by lowest amount, highest amount, and recently minted, or even token ID, which is the default. Also, we provide some filters based on the amount that was traded, and filtering based on the traits of the property itself. For example, I'll pick one of my favorites, which is the European, and I will remove the filter for the amount so we can have a look at all of them. And this is it. As you can see, the colors highlighting the rarity of the NFT itself. This is more rare because its rarity is below 1%. Now let's quickly have a look at another collection, such as Pancake Squad, and have a look of the NFTs for this particular collection. They're quite cute. The user has the ability to click on one of the NFTs to see more details about it, such as contract address, the collection name, description, all the traits and properties and rarities associated to that NFT, also highlighted by respecting the same legend. And of course, information about the transactions. The user has the ability to verify one of these transactions by clicking on it, and he or she will be redirected to BSC scan and see all the information about that particular transaction. Going back to the collections page, now we will have a look at the stats tab. As the name suggests, we have bunches and bunches of stats about the particular collections, such as supply, owners. For this particular metric regarding owners, as you can see, we have all the owners that ever held these NFTs and the number of current owners, which kind of highlights a very interesting metric about the number of times these NFTs have been exchanged. We also have information about lowest price, highest price, average price, the number of times these NFTs have been traded, the fees that have been paid for all of these transfers, and the volume. For the charts, the user has the ability to see information by using two different scales. The default is the linear scale. There is also the option for the logarithmic one, and the user can quickly switch between those two. For each chart, the user can zoom in, zoom out to see data in a more granular level if it wants. We have fees per day, the average price, the owners per day, the cumulative values of it, and of course the supply. We can see how these NFTs have been minted over time. This is basically a wrap of the stats tab. Now I would like to show you the rich list page, and as the name suggests, it allows the user to visualize the distribution of current owners for a specific collection. We have a drop down which allows the user to select the collection he wants to see this distribution. This is a Sankey diagram that displays the flow of current owners into different intervals. For example, we have the intervals for the number of NFTs that the owners currently hold, which is this one, and the intervals for the total amount in BNB of those items based on the last amount transferred, which is this group right here. So these are drag and drop that allows the user to switch around. Maybe he or she would like to view data in a different manner. And the Sankey chart itself, the Sankey diagram, displays us the flows of these addresses, these current owners. For example, out of the total of 2023 owners, we can see that 1,395 of them hold NFTs, and their total amount in BNB is worth between 0 and zero point 0.1 BNBs. This is one metric. We can switch it around and also view it as 1,244 owners have one NFT in their address. For this particular flow, we have 715 that hold between 2 inclusive and 10 NFTs. Okay, and if we continue, we see that out of those 715, 442 owners have NFTs worth between 0 and zero point 0.1 BNBs. So this is a start of interesting metrics that can easily be displayed with the Sankey chart. Now let's have a quick look at another collection, for example BNB Punks, which has 601 total current owners. Out of the 601, 348 hold one NFT. If we continue the flow, we see that out of 348, 238 have NFTs that are worth between zero point 0.1 and 1 BNB in total. So this is quite an interesting metric that we hope our users will find it useful. The last piece of our application that I want to highlight is the fact that we've added the ability for our users to submit a request for listing a new collection. This is a simple form that requires some basic information about the collection. We need the email, the project name, short description, contract address, two images, one for profile, the other one for the banner, and there are three optional details, one for website, Twitter handle, and the last one for Discord server. I will now fill it in to highlight how easy it is to submit such a request. I'll try to submit it as it is to show that it won't allow you if unless you fill in all the fields required. Static.png. Let's do the same and I'll leave the optional ones blank. And we've officially submitted our requests to add a new collection, and this is the message highlighting that. And that's a wrap of our application. If you would like to play with it, it's available on nftonbsc.com. We've tried to keep the application simple and clean and provide meaningful insights into vast amounts of data available on Binance Smart Chain. I hope our users will find it useful, and thanks a lot for watching.